What up, crypto warriors? It's Sergeant Crypto back at it again. Today is Wednesday, December 12th, 2018, and this is a continuation of my Crypto 101 series, talking about Bitcoin again. I left out some key terms. I just mentioned them briefly: peer-to-peer network and blockchain. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to give you a quick Wikipedia definition of blockchain. A blockchain, originally blockchain, is a growing list of records called blocks which are linked using cryptography. Each block contains a cryptographic hash of the previous block, a timestamp, and the transaction data. Alright, so Bitcoin. Like I mentioned yesterday, Bitcoin has the most secure blockchain because it's the first use case of blockchain, and each day that Bitcoin stays around, or that Bitcoin is in existence, the blockchain gets more secure and it's harder to basically hack it or break that blockchain. So what's a blockchain? You could think of it as a spreadsheet, right, where you take one thing and you write it down, and then you link that one thing cryptographically to the next thing in line. All right, but they do it in sequences of blocks, and with each block it becomes more immutable, meaning that every time that there's a block that's hashed or quote formed, I'm putting up my fingers here, all right, that's formed, you can't go back to change it. So once a block is formed, all right, you can't go backwards and change that block. And why is that important? So that's important because in the case of Bitcoin, once I send you money or you send me money, right, you can't go back and say, oh, that money was never sent. All right, you could go on the blockchain, basically go to the ledger, because that's what it is, a ledger. You could go to the ledger and see when that money was sent, or when that action was taking place, the time, all right, and the date. And if there was a message in there, you could see the message as well. As a matter of fact, the very first block for Bitcoin, all right, the Genesis block, has a newspaper, not listing, but a newspaper article on it, all right, and it spoke about basically the banks being too big to fail, all right. So again, that's what the blockchain is, because each block is linked to the previous block, quote unquote, by a chain, and you cannot go backwards and change it. All right. So when accountants are fudging the numbers, or the government is lying about how they're spending money, all right, they basically could go back and fudge the numbers and lie about the amount of money being spent on certain programs or whatever. On an open distributed ledger like Bitcoin, if that was in existence before the last financial crisis, we would have been able to see where all the money is being spent. All right. Right now they're just printing up money, printing money without no recourse. Okay, and spending it without again, no recourse, so we can't see where they're spending all this money. But on a Bitcoin or on a blockchain or an open ledger, we can see exactly where that transaction is taking place and where it's being sent to. All right, and as a matter of fact, if you Google Bitcoin like whales or whale watch or whale list, you could see different Bitcoin transactions. All right, huge Bitcoin transactions being taken place on the blockchain, on the open ledger. All right, so that's the advantage of having an open ledger, or an open blockchain. We can see what's happening. All right, and you can't go backwards to change it. So once I send that money to you, all right, I can't go backwards and and reverse it and say, oh, I never sent that money. That money was never sent. Like a lot of times, especially I guess in the early days, and people still do it right now, as far as part of credit card fraud. They can call up the credit card company and be like, oh yeah, I never paid for so and so, or whatever the case is, and a lot of times they get their money back, right? And the merchant now, it is stuck because they already sent the product to them, or whatever the case is. All right, so that's what a blockchain is. And the peer-to-peer network, it just means that there's no need for a bank. And this is why a lot of banks are nervous and are scared, and will say a lot of negative things about Bitcoin, saying that it's a Ponzi scheme and things of that nature, because their time is coming. There's basically no need for them, when we don't need permission to send each other money anymore, because we don't have to go to a bank, go to an ATM to take out our own money, all right, and get charged a fee to basically spend our money. All right, so credit cards, I think, maybe within 10 years or so, will definitely be a thing of the past, because we don't need to have that permission to spend our own money anymore, because we'll have possession of it. All right, so that's basically the peer-to-peer part of the Bitcoin network. The fact that we could send each other money, all right, transactions, without the permission of a bank, without the permission of a government. All right, and that's what makes a lot of people, especially people in power, so nervous. And yeah, that's it, man. That's basically, like with the definition from yesterday and the one today, that's basically what Bitcoin is. All right, a peer-to-peer blockchain, a peer-to-peer network using cryptography and blockchain, and it's an open ledger. We could see exactly what's happening on it. There's no hiding it. If I send $1 or $1 million, whatever it is, we can't hide it. All right, we could see exactly what's happening, and I think that's definitely a good thing. All right, so it's been your boy Sergeant Crypto. Thanks for watching. Please smash that like, hit that subscribe button, and a notification bell to get notified when I upload new videos. And to keep your crypto safe, get that Ledger Nano S. It's 30% off right now. Links in the description below. Peace.